Hello guys, this is Carla and this time I'm here to do a review for episode 22 of season 4 of the TNT show Major Crimes. This episode is titled Hindsight Part 4, and I have to say, man, I really love this episode. I really love this whole arc. This whole Hindsight arc is really freaking amazing, and I'm just really happy with the way it's been progressing because it's obviously it's been pulling the best out of everyone involved, not just the writers but also the actors, and it's been so great, man. And this episode in particular, even though it was a lot more payoff than than setup, which I usually like setup better, and this one was more payoff because we started, actually knowing what actually happened. We started getting answers for the questions that they had been setting up in the past 3 episodes. But I really enjoyed just the fact that everybody had a little moment. Every character had their own moment in the episode, not just the ones that have been setting up as major characters in this arc, such as Amy or Tao, or even Rusty with his own arc subplot with his mother and whatever. But all of them, even Sharon and Andy, had a really nice moment, and Julio, oh my god, with the doctor, the entire thing was just really great, and those little character moments actually just made the episode up for me, because you can take something that's so action-packed and so, specific in the plot points that you have to actually give us, that you have to actually touch upon, and still have time to get a lot of character interaction in there. I thought that was a really amazing job. I'm not surprised that it was the brother, honestly, because after the way the previous episode ended, I was pretty sure that while Reverend Cop Killer had killed the cop, he hadn't actually killed anyone else, and it didn't seem like he was the one, doing the drug trafficking on the church. So I'm not surprised it was the brother. I wasn't expecting the lawyer to actually be involved in that, but that's kind of awesome too, because he's such a smarmy little guy. You kind of love the idea that he's going to jail forever. So that was interesting. We still don't know who killed the others, though. I mean, we know he killed Tamika, this guy. We don't know that he killed DDA Gray, I don't think, or was that sold already? I'm not sure, but just I like that in getting answers, we're also getting a lot of kind of new impressions of the characters, because and by the way, I do love that everybody's calling him Reverend Cup Killer now. That's kind of awesome. Even Sharon. That's kind of hilarious. And I really love it when they get with the nicknames. One of my favorite bits of nicknames was when they started giving all the suspects kind of 7 dwarf nicknames. Remember that one episode? That was awesome. So it reminded me of that, and I really love it. But moreover, it makes you look at the characters that you thought you have pegged down in a completely different way. Reverend Cop Killer actually did turn to the Lord and did change his life around. Even though he killed a cop, I guess he repented for it or whatever, and he's at peace and he's not doing anything illegal. Even though he seemed like the most likely culprit initially, and even though he got off just because the district attorney died, and not, he got off on a technicality. He walked on a technicality, but everybody knew he was guilty of killing the cop. But he did still manage to turn his life around, so that's interesting. There's also Rusty's mother, whom I've been feeling guilty for, I don't know, the last 3 episodes. because it seemed like she had turned her life around and she was doing well, and she just happened to, fall in with a bad crowd, I guess, or a bad dude. Thing is, this episode kind of did everything it could possibly do to make me doubt her again. Seriously, because just as she was talking with, who was it that was interrogating her, Tao? I don't remember. She was talking to them and she was like telling them everything about Gary and stuff like that. And I just sat there going, she sounds really convincing. But I can't believe anything she says anymore. And like 2 seconds later, Sharon actually said the same thing from the other room. And I'm like, yes, I'm not the only one. They're actually setting it up this way so that we doubt her. So at this point, I have no idea what's going to happen with her. If she turns out to not be, doing this just to play Rusty, I almost hope she's not, because once again, they keep bringing Rusty back to the same plot lines in a way. They keep having his mother betray him, and really, I know that he loves her, but after a while, it's just kind of a masochist thing to do. It's like, I know she's his mother, and he's always gonna love her no matter what she does to him, but how many times can he just believe her hook, line, and sinker? So I'm almost hoping they don't do that, and I'm almost hoping she is sincere, because I would like for Rusty to actually not have to think of his mother as a liar and a manipulator, for once. It's happened too many times already. So I almost hope that she's not, just playing them. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if she is. I don't know what to guess anymore. I honestly couldn't even venture a guess, because I have no idea whether she's telling the truth or not. Speaking of Rusty, again with the repeated plot lines, right back into, him not telling Sharon about stuff. When is he going to learn? How many times are you going to have him do the same thing? Like, really, show me some progress here. Come on. So, but I did like their conversation though, because I love how Sharon just kind of forgives him straight away, and then he sits there and feels weird because he's like, it shouldn't be that easy. Like, he just feels guilty. You can see it in his face. He never said it, but you can see it in his face, and it's all kinds of funny at the same time. And I like Sharon's parenting mode. I love that he called her mom. Every time he does that, I just smile. What can I say? As far as Amy goes, I'm guessing that maybe in the next episode, she and Sharon will have a talk. I don't know what that talk is going to entail. I really hope they don't fire Amy. But it could happen. I mean, Sharon does come from IA, so if there's anything weird happening with Amy, she'd be more inclined to, punish her for it, as she deservedly does. But at the same time, I hope that doesn't happen, because Amy's a good cop, she's a great character, and I would hate to see her be fired and then end up like Hickman. Speaking of Hickman, I'm guessing if it turned out the brother of Reverend Cop Killer actually did the killing, that Hickman didn't do anything, but still, that guy, they need to put him in jail for something, man. I guess he's going all the way now that he threatened the Reverend. So he needs to be in jail for something. That dude is so messed up. So messed up. Also, we didn't see the wife at all this time around. We only really saw him taking off his ring. I'm still kind of convinced that the wife has something to do with it, honestly. So, I mean, don't quote me on that, but I'm kind of waiting for them to actually say that she was involved somehow. Julio's scene at the doctor's, oh my god, that was heartbreaking. I mean, for how many years, like 15 years, he's been carrying this grudge against a doctor who was really only trying to help his wife, and it was his wife's decision to get off the meds and that caused her a seizure. And how is he supposed to feel now? He's been angry for 15 years. I mean, wow. Now, is he going to be angry at his wife? Is he going to feel guilty over being angry at his wife for doing that to him, for not telling him? What is going on? I hope there's a bigger arc about this coming up, because I really do want to know what the hell happened with his wife. We've only gotten bits and pieces of that through the years of this show, so I get the idea that maybe they're going to fully delve into it, and I'm all for it, because I'm really curious as to what happened, and I feel so bad for Julio, poor man. And that scene with Sharon and Andy was just adorable. I don't know what they're doing with this whole, Sharon moving to the NFL to do security thing. I don't think she's gonna leave, because they were just renewed for season 5, so she's gonna be around, right? But I guess they're just doing it to leave us on a cliffhanger at the end of the season. Next episode is the season finale, so maybe that's what they're planning. Maybe it will end with Sharon being like, yes, I'm changing jobs, and we'll freak out. So I don't know, but I don't think she's gonna leave. Come on. It would make her have to travel and stuff, and who's gonna know if Rusty's lying if Sharon's not around? I mean, come on. Also, I adored this whole thing with Provenza and Patrice and the wedding planning. That was adorable. I love Patrice. Patrice is awesome. Okay, so every time she's on, I'm like, yay, Patrice. And seeing Provenza grumbling around about everything and how food was so expensive and how he doesn't even like the menu and blah, blah, blah. I thought that was the most adorable thing. So, it was nice to have some things to smile about in an episode that was so heavy. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with Amy, especially because I hope she doesn't get fired. That would suck. But I'm really excited to see how this pans out. It almost seems like they have it all solved now, so I'm expecting for them to actually throw us a curveball next episode. I'm assuming it has something to do with him and his wife, but I might be wrong on that. I'm always wrong on that stuff, so I hope it has something to do with her, honestly. Because I don't know, I got that feeling when she was there last time. But yeah, mostly I'm just eager to see how it all gets solved in the next episode, and where do they go from here with all the changes that are happening. So yeah, great episode. I really love it. I'm really loving this whole Hindsight arc. It's really great, really intense, and I think they're doing a great job. It brings out the best of both the writers and the performers, and they're doing a great job with it. So I can't wait to see the next episode, even though it's the season finale, and then after that I'm gonna have to wait months to see a continuation. But I don't know, I'm really liking it. I almost hope they could have one of these 5 episode arcs every season, because they're really good. So that's it for me today. As usual, remember to visit our website at thegeekypub.com. We have reviews not just for the previous Major Crimes episodes, but also for other TV shows, books, movies, games. We have a ton of stuff in there, so be sure to visit and check it out. And also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, as that is the fastest way to be notified whenever we upload something new. Most of the time, even before they hit the website, our reviews go up on YouTube. So if you don't want to miss anything, then you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel so as to be informed straight away. And that's it for me today. I will see you guys in my next review. Bye!